Hello class, and welcome to your team assignment for Module 6 for your final presentation. My name is Dale Deerdorf, and I want to walk you quickly through all of the essentials that are required for you to present for this team presentation. So there's two major components to it, and I need you to understand those. One, part A that we've got written up for you from a purpose standpoint is that you're going to be responsible for demonstrating in an 18-minute window your understanding of the project, your performance on the project. And remember, 18 minutes means that we're going to be covering things from a bulletized perspective. Don't get bogged down into detail. Okay? Make sure you don't get sidelined in the minutia of each of the elements. Try to hold it at a top level. The final report is where all that detail can come into. You want to just, basically talk bullets at this point. And then the second part of it is that every team member is going to be part of that presentation. So all team members must be present. The final course will be on that Tuesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. We'll do a live Zoom lecture, and we'll start with Team A, then go to Team B, Team C, Team D. You're still in teams like you were in one of the other courses I taught for you, and this is going to be almost identical format-wise to what we've already done. So anticipate that the one question you get for each team member is going to be around that same type of format, okay? But remember, I'm looking for you to be able to demonstrate your understanding of the project leadership, strategy, life cycle, all of those components of it. Make sure that you really have got something that I'll call as concise. Now, we've put together a template for you, and that template is a bare bones PowerPoint presentation. You can feel free to yank any of the graphics off this, change it around any way you want. I'm going to pull it up for you to take a peek at. It really is just a top-level template. It just says final project presentation. What type of project did you pick? For ECS, what was the, what was it that you were working on? The team name, what are your team members? And then basically all we're doing is we're going through, and I'll pull it up over here, the project costs. Let me move this out of the way a little bit. Your project costs, your project schedule, your project resources, project risks, project performance, if we keep going all the way down into a project summary. Now, there are more areas that you can add to this, but remember, time-wise, try to hold it to that 18-minute time. Also, make sure you introduce your team in the opening, and if you want to use graphics, use graphics. I highly recommend when you get into certain things, pull up images of them and talk to the images, especially in the risk area, especially in the earned value area. Do a snapshot and talk to things like Gantt charts, talk to critical path, talk to your requirements up front, what the WBS looked like when you put it together from a manual perspective, and then when you loaded it into Microsoft Project. Pull up Microsoft Project if you want and walk through exactly, do snapshots of that to get your Gantt chart, get your project network, get your, the different windows. So this is really, I'm going to call it the capstone for you for this particular course. This is where you're going to summarize at a 10,000 foot level. Don't get lost in the details. Okay, for me, a presentation. And remember, I want you to pretend like there's a board of directors group from ECS that is sitting here and that you're presenting to us. That's the approach that we're going to have. I don't want you to get worried about this. The presentation is broken down. If you take a look at the grading rubric, it's 80 points for this particular assignment. So this is a heavy assignment. Presentation participation, 40 points. All team members must be there. So half of it is, how did you guys participate as a team? I want you to remember that. And then the rest of it is the cover page, covering the essentials: cost, schedule, resources. Those are the three big pieces of any of the, the perspectives of a project. And then we get into the other things: resources, risks, quality, and then project performance from an earned value standpoint. Okay? Remember, once again, this project is worth 80 points. This presentation must be, to me, at least 6 hours prior to the presentation. The presentation starts at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Tuesday night. That means by noon, I need a copy of this on that last day of the course, okay? And then we'll be finishing this up. I look forward to actually listening to what you've come up with. This is going to be very fun and engaging, so feel free to contact me with any problems, issues, or concerns you're running into. I would highly recommend you stay away from active graphics or anything elaborate within the PowerPoint presentation. You can have graphics, but the ones that lead from one graphic to another timed with animations and things like that, sometimes they make the presentation go a little wonky. Now, once again, this is I'll call it a business professional presentation. You do not get docked for any of the technical problems we may run into. Microphones may come and go, internet connections pop up and down, people may run into issues. All of those are to be expected, and we will just continue to move forward through that. Once again, we'll start with Team A, go to Team B, C, D, all the way through. I will have a question for each team member after you finish your presentation, and then we'll open it up for the audience to ask questions also. This is going to be fun and exciting. Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.